Eight. What's up, guys? We're back. Day 3 in a row. Pretty proud of myself for that. Oh, that is not what I meant to press. Today we're doing some more gold mining, but I've been pondering this topic for a little bit now. And man, I'm really lagging out right now. Excuse me, guys. About how the intention behind something comes later. And what I mean by that is that the hardest part of something is usually starting, and your intentions of why you did it or what you're going to do specifically can come later. A perfect example of this is you get out of bed, you go to the gym, you don't know what you're going to do at the gym, but you just go and you figure it out when you get there. That's the kind of idea I'm trying to convey. And I think that applies to a lot of things in life. You know, relationships, school. The hardest part is that first step. You know, getting out into the fray, getting out of bed, getting off the game. In my case, sometimes getting off Instagram Reels. You know, that's the hard part. The hard part isn't doing it. You know, once you get there, it's easy, I find, with work, with hanging out with friends. Of course, the gym example I gave, and especially school. You know, it's really easy to get stressed out about homework, and I've been there. You know, you have a whole pile of homework sitting on your desk. You don't even know where to start. If you leave the room, take your homework with you and set it down on a table away from any distractions and force yourself to sit there, you'll figure out a way to do it. And sometimes you can't do all of it. And that's totally okay. The fact is, you sat down and you figured it out. You set up your priorities. Like this assignment, this essay takes precedence. I need to work on that right now. These assignments can wait for later. Maybe it's just like a little quiz or something, and you're not too worried about it, even if you do lose points for being late or something like that. You know, things of that nature. But you did the hard part, getting up and getting in a position where you can succeed is definitely the hardest part of those things. And there's a lot of anxiety with that. You know what I mean? It's very, I don't know how to describe the feeling, like a pit in your stomach. You're so overwhelmed. It's so hard to see straight until you get there and it's all clear. It's like you're hiking and you can't see anything, but then you reach the peak of the trail and you get a beautiful view and you know exactly why you did it. I think a similar thing can be said with achieving goals. You know, if you want to get a degree, then those sort of micro decisions on a day-to-day basis, showing up every day all the time, that is what's going to get you the degree. It's not showing up and doing really well on one assignment, doing really well on one essay, on one exam. It's showing up every day and being there. And that's definitely super hard. And don't take this as like you're not allowed to have off days, because everybody needs those. You know, life is hard. I think everybody understands that. But that whole statement, C's get degrees, is so true. As corny and overused as it is, showing up and being there, even if you get a C, is worth so much. Now, sometimes things aren't quite as stretched out as schooling. Like, if you drop a class, that's 6 months gone. Versus if you skip a day at the gym, whatever, it's just a day, right? With the gym or any physical activity, honestly, I would like to promote any physical activity. You know, for me, I'm a guy, I'm pretty large. I like to work out my muscles, all that. I think my fiance likes it. But if your thing is running, if your thing is a sport, any of those things are amazing. Uh, Anyways, apart from that side tangent, basically until you get to like 90% done, you don't really need to be intentional with something. Like with the gym, if you show up every day and just do it, then you're gonna get stronger. You're gonna run a faster mile. You're gonna get better at your sport. You're gonna get better at Skyblock. I'm playing right now, right? Up until you're at that 90% mark, you can just cruise. And only once you get really good at something do you actually need to be intentional with your actions. I mean, those of you who are good at a sport, who are lifting heavy, who are doing these things, you know if you're not intentional, you're going to lose that. But most people aren't at 90%. Otherwise, it wouldn't be 90%, right? I mean, right now, I'm well into that 90% with Skyblock. I have to be very intentional with what I do to improve my character in the game, right? Like this whole gold mining thing. It is something I've gone out of my way to do, to achieve, versus somebody who's new. Whenever I get one of my friends to try this game, I tell them the best thing to do is just play. Just play and find something you like. You know what I mean? And you can basically just play through 90% of the game. You don't even have to try or be the most efficient. I'm definitely not the most efficient. I mean, I my friends mess with me all the time saying I'm part of the Skyblock elite, but I have spent countless hours on this game. I think it's north of 3,500 hours, and I am so much less progressed than other people in that range. But you know what I did is I just showed up. Even though I was absolutely terrible at this game, I was there, I played every day for a long time. And that's really cool that a silly block game can reflect these lessons in real life. I think this also can apply to relationships. And I don't mean just like romantic relationships, but friendships as well. If you can be there for somebody and just be their friend, you're doing it right, man. If you can be somebody's partner and you're just there, that's awesome. I love that for you. There was one other thing I wanted to say, and now it's lost to me. I can't remember it. But oh, I got it. Achieving goals um with this mindset of showing up every day, you will achieve so many goals. And they might not be as fast as your peers or the fastest you could possibly be for improvement, but you're better than most. And that's valuable. You're better than you were yesterday. And that is the only measurement that should have meaning, ever. I'm getting pretty close here to this 100. Oh, I actually went way past it as I was talking, but I got 100 million gold, and it's because I just showed up and did it. I have not been efficient at all in this grind, you know? I've spent a lot more hours than it would probably take for an excellent player, but I got there and I'm proud of that. This is something I can be proud of, and I can take a lesson away from that. So, it's about all I wanted to go through today. Thank you.